in the depths of a moonlit forest, a chilling tale unfolds. A tale that has been whispered from one generation to the next, echoing through the ages. It's a tale that takes us to an isolated village, nestled among the towering trees, where the moon shines brightly overhead, casting long, ominous shadows on the ground below. In this village, as the daylight fades and the night draws near, a palpable fear begins to creep in. The townsfolk retreat to their homes, barring doors and shuttering windows. They whisper of a dreadful creature that emerges in the cover of the night, a creature that is not entirely beast nor entirely man. This creature, they say, was once a man, a villager, just like them, but he was cursed, doomed to transform into a monstrous beast under the full moon's light. His transformation is said to be grotesque, a horrifying spectacle of man yielding to beast. His human features distort, his body bulks, and his eyes gleam with a feral hunger. No longer a man, but a savage beast that prowls the night, silent as a whisper and swift as a shadow. The villagers live in perpetual fear of this creature, this werewolf. They tell tales of its haunting howls that echo through the night, of its glowing eyes that pierce the darkness, and of the chilling terror it instills in those who dare to cross its path. This tale, woven from fear and mystery, is a chilling reminder of the unknown that lurks in the shadows, of the thin line that separates man from beast. But this tale, like the creature it speaks of, is shrouded in mystery. Is it a mere legend, a product of fear and superstition? Or is there a kernel of truth hidden within this gripping tale? One thing is certain. This tale, though chilling, is not singular. Stories of men turning into beasts under the moonlight have been told for centuries. Travel back in time to the earliest mentions of these creatures. Our journey begins in the ancient world of Greek mythology, where we find our first known tale of a werewolf. The story tells of King Lycaon, a ruler known for his cruelty. According to the legend, Lycaon decided to test Zeus, the king of the gods, by serving him a dish made from the remains of a sacrificed boy. Disgusted and enraged, Zeus transformed Lycaon into a wolf as punishment, marking the birth of the first werewolf in recorded history. As centuries passed, the story of King Lycaon and his cruel fate was woven into the fabric of Greek culture, leaving a lasting imprint on the collective consciousness. The werewolf became a symbol of divine punishment and retribution, a cautionary tale against the abuse of power and a reminder of the wrath of the gods. But as the ancient world gave way to the Middle Ages, the werewolf underwent a transformation of its own. No longer was it merely a symbol of divine punishment. Instead, it became a manifestation of societal fears and anxieties. During these times, werewolves were often associated with witchcraft and the devil, reflecting the prevailing fears of the period. Werewolves were frequently depicted as outcasts living on the fringes of society, their existence a constant reminder of the thin line between man and beast. In many ways, the werewolf was a reflection of the darker aspects of humanity, a creature born from our fears, anxieties, and superstitions. In the centuries that followed, the werewolf continued to evolve, its image shifting and changing with the times. From the pages of Gothic literature to the silver screens of Hollywood, the werewolf has remained a constant figure in our cultural landscape, its story a testament to our enduring fascination with the supernatural and the unknown. From Greek mythology to medieval folklore, the werewolf has been a figure of fear and fascination. And as we'll see even today, the werewolf continues to captivate us, its legend alive in the stories we tell and the fears we hold. But is there more to this myth than meets the eye? Could these creatures of the night exist in the real world? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the mystery of the werewolf. From ancient scrolls to modern paperbacks, the werewolf has prowled the pages of our literature. The werewolf, a creature of the night, has been a constant figure in stories and legends across cultures and centuries. The depictions of werewolves in folklore vary widely, but a common thread is the transformation of man into beast, often under the light of a full moon. In European folklore, the werewolf was often seen as a tragic figure, cursed or bewitched into taking a monstrous form. These stories were often cautionary tales, warning of the dangers of straying from the path of righteousness and morality. Over time, literature has played a significant role in shaping our understanding and perception of werewolves. As we moved from oral traditions to the written word, the werewolf found a permanent home in the pages of books, both fiction and non-fiction. Among the most prominent works is Guillaume Doré's The Werewolf of Paris. Published in the early 20th century, this novel is often considered the Dracula of werewolf literature. It tells the story of Bertrand, a man cursed to transform into a wolf-like creature, and explores themes of guilt, morality, and the duality of human nature. Another noteworthy work is Angela Carter's The Company of Wolves. This collection of short stories reimagines classic fairy tales, including the story of Little Red Riding Hood, with a dark and feminist twist. The werewolves in these stories are not just monsters, but also symbols of desire and rebellion against societal norms. These and countless other stories have helped shape the image of the werewolf in our collective consciousness. They have given us a creature that is both terrifying and fascinating, a symbol of our primal fears and desires. Through the ink of writers, the werewolf has continued to haunt our imagination. Whether as a symbol of our darker impulses or as a literal monster lurking in the shadows, the werewolf remains a captivating figure in folklore and literature, continuing to inspire and terrify us in equal measure. Fast forward to the present day, where the line between fact and fiction blurs. The age of the internet has not only allowed us to connect with people from all corners of the globe, but it has also become a platform for sharing tales and claims of werewolf encounters. From the dense, shadowy woods of North America to the remote, moonlit landscapes of Eastern Europe, stories of werewolf sightings are whispered, typed, and shared. One such account comes from a hunter in Wisconsin who swears by his encounter with a towering, wolf-like creature standing on its hind legs. He talks of its haunting yellow eyes, the chilling growl that froze him in his tracks, and the way it vanished into the night, leaving only deep, clawed footprints behind. Across the ocean, in the secluded villages of Romania, locals share tales of howling beasts roaming the countryside during full moons. Their stories, often passed down through generations, speak of livestock found mysteriously slaughtered and massive wolf-like tracks leading into the wilderness. Yet, despite these gripping tales, skepticism isn't far behind. Scientists and skeptics alike argue that these accounts are likely misidentifications of known animals such as bears or large dogs, or even the result of fear-induced hallucinations. The lack of concrete evidence, like clear photographs or biological samples, further fuels this skepticism. Some attribute these sightings to cryptozoology, an area of study that explores creatures whose existence is yet to be proven. While the field faces criticism for its lack of scientific methodology, it continues to intrigue and captivate those with a penchant for the unknown. In the end, the question remains, are these stories mere fabrications born out of fear and folklore, or could they be glimpses into a world that exists just beyond our understanding? Despite the advances of the modern world, there remain shadows where ancient fears lurk and mysteries endure. In the absence of solid evidence, the existence of werewolves remains a topic of heated debate. So, do werewolves roam amongst us, unseen and unheard, or are they merely figments of our collective imagination? This question, as old as the tales themselves, has remained unanswered. Over the course of this exploration, we've journeyed through chilling tales of lycanthropy, traced back to the earliest known mentions of werewolves, examined their portrayal in folklore and literature, and investigated modern-day claims and sightings. Yet the elusive truth about their existence remains shrouded in mystery. The tangible evidence supporting the existence of werewolves is, admittedly, sparse. There are no confirmed werewolf skeletons in museums, no undisputed photographs or videos, and no DNA samples to analyze. Skeptics argue that sightings are merely misconstrued encounters with wild animals, their dramatic narratives fueled by fear and superstition. Yet despite the lack of concrete proof, the fascination and fear surrounding werewolves persist. Why? Perhaps because they embody a universal human fascination with the boundary between man and beast, civilization and wilderness, the known and the unknown. They represent a primal fear of losing control, of becoming something wild and dangerous. In every culture, there are tales of humans transforming into animals, of creatures that blur the lines between reality and imagination. These stories, passed down through generations, become a part of our shared cultural heritage, shaping our perceptions of the world and the mysteries it holds. Even as scientific advancements demystify many aspects of our world, the allure of the werewolf endures. It's a testament to the power of stories and the human imagination's capacity to entertain the possibility of the extraordinary amidst the ordinary. So as we conclude this journey into the realm of werewolves, it's important to remember that the line between myth and reality is often blurred. It's this ambiguity that keeps the legend alive, continuously captivating our collective curiosity. Whether real or imagined, werewolves continue to howl in the corners of our minds, a symbol of our primal fears and darkest fantasies.